I'm Trina Davenport. We are here on location and we are going to interview a lady by the name of Renee Mackenzie. She is a local author and former Norfolk native. She has written several novels and she has one that she is doing a signing for today. So how long have you been writing?
I've been writing probably for 20 years, but not writing novels. I started off with short stories and poetry. Okay. I probably started with my first novel about 15 years ago.
So when did you first take off with your career in writing, where you were getting a lot of attention?
I wrote 3 novels before I got the first one published. When I got finished writing my first one, I submitted it to a couple of publishers and it did not get picked up. And I put it in a drawer and wrote the second one and it didn't get picked up. So I put it in a drawer and started working on the third one, which I made it an exclusively lesbian romance. That got picked up. Then I kind of tweaked the others and submitted those, so they all got published. Then Affinity ebook press actually contacted me and asked if they could pick up my 3 titles, and I said sure. At the same time, I submitted my 4th novel to them, and they wanted that as well. That's the one we spoke about earlier, 23 Miles. That came out on March 1st.
She was brilliant and beautiful and full of life.
Kathleen Thomas had just left the Navy and at 27 years old had a full life ahead of her when she was parked in a car on the Colonial Parkway in Williamsburg with her girlfriend, Rebecca Ann Dowski, in October 1986. The two were strangled, their throats slashed, and their car was found pushed down a ditch. Now, 28 years later, it's not just Thomas and Dowski's murders who remain unsolved, but 3 other couples who were killed in the same area, known as the Colonial Parkway murders.
A lot of people knew Kathy, and everybody was just kind of blown away, and there was so much speculation about it, and it was just a mess. I wanted to write a story that was sort of a sequel to my second novel, Flight, but not really. I wanted to concentrate on a very minor character from Flight, and I wanted to incorporate the whole Colonial Parkway thing. I wanted to show the impact that something so brutal has on the community.
Bill Thomas's sister, Kathleen, was one of those 8 young people killed near the Parkway between 1986 and 1989.
This is probably the highest profile potential serial murder in the Commonwealth of Virginia's history.
I started researching it, got friendly with Kathy's brother, and began a friendship with him, and he helped me a lot with the research. Okay. And even though it's a fictionalization, I mean, I don't tell the story perfect, but I wanted to keep the crime scene stuff the same. I wanted the similar car, the location, I wanted the method. They were brutally, brutally murdered. I know people are out there that remember it and may know something and not even know they know it. At the back of the book, I give a summary of all 4 of the double murders and contact information to the FBI and to an email address that I set up for that. I want people to start talking about those cold cases again.
Bill Thomas is Kathleen's brother. He believes the lack of communication between law enforcement agencies about all 8 murders is part of the reason the killer has never been found.
You know, my family's been hearing about this friction between agencies and the cross-jurisdictional problems for decades. And when you've heard something literally dozens of times over 28 years, there's some truth to it.